So we are going to discuss about the fifth chapter, which is the states of matter. Have you studied it? Mm, Fania, the states of
Yes.
matter. Have you ever
No.
studied it? Okay, just see states of matter. You know that how many physical state of matter are there?
So three:
Three. What it is?
solids, liquids, and gases.
Solid, liquid, and gas. Right? Here it is solid, then liquid, and then gas. Just remember these two chapters will be studying in, will be teaching in class 12th in explain. It will be in class 12th basically. And the third step, which is gases state, which is present in class 11th. So we will focus on the gaseous state only. Is that clear? What is the difference between states of matter? Like what is the difference between solid, liquid, and gas? It's only because of its intermolecular forces of attraction. If there is very large intermolecular forces of attraction, the matter will be in solid. If there will be moderately intermolecular forces of attraction, the matter will be in liquid. And if there will be no force of, and there will be slightly intermolecular forces of attraction, that will be in gaseous state. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Fania. Okay, thank you.
Sir,
Okay, so yes,
sir, if you don't mind, can you please start with redox reactions?
yes, why not? I can start with redox reaction. Actually, sir has told me that to start with the states of matter. That's why I started with the states of matter.
Sorry, sir, but
So
then like,
you,
it's,
there will be your paper.
actually it's for us it's included in term two now, because in term one
Okay,
teacher could not include it in the term one examination, so it is being shifted to term two now.
okay, okay. No problem. So, I'm going to teach you about redox reaction, right? Wait a minute then. Redox, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Mm. Just let me. Okay. So, can we start now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is redox reaction. First, we already know about before redox reaction. I'm going to write some important terms, which is very important: oxidation and reduction. Right? You already know about these terms: oxidation and reduction. First, oxidation. What do you know about oxidation? Any definition of yours about oxidation?
So if there is addition of oxygen, then
Very good. Addition of oxygen, or any other definition?
so reduction of hydrogen.
Removal of hydrogen. Removal of hydrogen is called oxidation, right? This is the oldest concept of redox reaction. You can also write in these terms for reduction, in which we can write a removal of oxygen. We can write removal of oxygen, and another definition, which is addition of oxygen. Sorry, addition of hydrogen, right? Funny, interact with me so that I will be more comfortable. See, removal of oxygen and addition of hydrogen, right? This is the oldest definition. It's not necessary that in every reaction there must be oxygen or hydrogen. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Pania, is that necessary that in every reaction there will be involvement of oxygen or hydrogen? Is that necessary?
No, sir.
So in this type of reaction in which there is no oxygen and hydrogen, how will you define there will be oxidation and reduction? There comes the uh, classical concept, that is known as classical concept in which the definition of oxidation is like loss of electron is called oxidation, and gain of electron is called reduction. And you know that in every reaction there will be involvement of oxygen, either losing or gaining or sharing of electron. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So this is the best definition to define redox or reduction or oxidation, because there will be always involvement of electron, whether in every reaction. But for particularly oxygen, for particularly in terms of oxygen and hydrogen, there is not necessary, that will be not necessary that in every reaction these two will be present. So this is the best definition for oxidation and reduction. And what is redox reaction? The reaction in which oxidation and reduction occurs simultaneously. The reaction in which I am writing it, the reaction in which oxidation and reduction occurs simultaneously is known as a redox reaction. Is known as a redox reaction. And for general, I am saying that if someone is losing electron, that there must be someone to gain that electron. That means that is redox reaction. If I am losing electron, then there must be something to gain electron. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the definition of oxidation, reduction, and redox reaction. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So please write it and let me know if you are
Which
done
I've
with this.
completed. I've completed, sir.
Complete. Very good. Now there will be another definitions like these definitions are like oxidizing agent, reducing agent. Now you see from this name what you can conclude. Oxidizing agent, what does that means? That means this is oxidizing agent. That means this can oxidize something. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Oxidizing agent is that which oxidizes, that means the one which is reduced is called oxidizing agent. The one which is reduced, that means if I'm writing that, I can easily write it acceptor of electron, or here I can write it donor of electrons. I can write it electrons. Now focus on my sentences. I want to say is that this is oxidizing agent, right? The one which is reduced is called oxidizing agent. Please write. Panya, can you hold for a second, for a minute, please?
Yes, sir.
Please wait for a minute. I will be back in a minute.
Sure, sir.
Fani, are you there? I'm sorry. So, Fani, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What I was saying is that basically the one which is reduced, that means the one, you can say it in many ways, like the one which help to get oxidized is called reducing oxidizing agent, or the one which get reduced to itself, the one which get reduced is called oxidizing agent. I'm writing all the definitions, like the one which helps to get oxidized is called oxidizing agent, or we can write the one which reduced is called oxidizing agent. In the same way, we can write for reducing agent the one which helps to get reduced, or the one which oxidized, that is called reducing agent. So you can uh, remember it in the way, the one which is oxidation, the elements which is oxidized is called reducing agent. Opposite, the one which is oxidized is called reducing agent, and the one which is reduced is called oxidizing agent. I am going to give you an example. Please write it, and then let me know.
Done, sir.
Done. So for here I'm going to show you. First we are going to discuss oxidation number, then we will start example about this. Do you know what is oxidation number?
No, sir.
In most of the books it is also used as oxidation states. Basically, number of electron gain or lost. This shows number of electron gained or lost. That is called oxidation number. This is very important for a redox reaction to recognize in which elements is oxidized, which elements is reduced. There is some rules to decide oxidation state or oxidation number. First we are going to discuss about the rule, then you will come to know everything about it. Rule. What is rule? Rule number 1 says that elemental form, wait a minute, in elemental form or molecular form, or molecular form, the oxidation state, the oxidation state is zero. Whenever there will be elemental form, like if I'm writing Na, only Na, like 2 sodium, this is elemental form. If I'm writing Fe, this is elemental form. Oxidation state of this are zero. That means it neither gained or neither lose. Is that clear,
Yes,
Pania?
sir.
And another term that is used is molecular. I'm going to remove or from here and write it and molecular form. Molecular form is like Cl2, F2, N2, this type of, or O3 or P4, whatever it is, same molecule. Basically, when same elements combine, they form molecule, and whenever there will be molecular form, their oxidation state will be zero. Their oxidation state will be zero. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, the second is like this. The second rule we can write is if ions, okay, ions, there will be two types of ions. One is polyatomic and another is monoatomic, like Na plus. If it is given Na plus, that means oxidation state of is equal to +1. If it is given O minus 2, that means oxidation state is equal to -2. This is for monoatomic anion. Monoatomic ion. What I am telling you, do you know what is mono means?
So single.
Pania, do you know? Single. And if we are talking about polyatomic, just concentrate here. Polyatomic ions. If I'm talking about polyatomic, that means PO4 minus 3 type, CO3 minus 2. This means always remember, if you are going to calculate number, oxidation number, this value will be equal to when we calculate, the value will be equal to -2. The value will be equal to -3. It will be clear now. Just see, just write it, and then I will uh, calculate it. Then you will get what I want to say. It's all depends upon the electronegativity, which has negative oxidation state or which has positive oxidation state. And you have to clear what is electronegativity, which is more electronegative, which is less electronegative. This is very important.
Done, sir.
Done. If you're done, just see. It's all depends upon valency and electronegativity. If I am telling you that if here is NaCl, just think about it and let me know which one will lose and which one will gain. Which one will lose and which one will gain? Sodium or chlorine, which one will lose and which one will gain? You know the characteristics of metal and non-metal, and you know, do you know which one is metal and which one is non-metal?
Yes, sir.
Tell me.
So chlorine is
Chlorine is,
non chlorine non.
just tell me whatever is in your mind.
So chlorine is non-metal.
Non-metal, you are taking too much time. That means you are deciding that it is metal or non-metal. And tell me about sodium.
So metal.
Do you know the characteristics of metal? Yes or no?
Sir, could you please come again? Your voice is lagging.
Okay, okay. Do you know what is the characteristics of metal? How do you define metal? What
Sir,
is the characteristics of metal?
so there are
Am I
many.
audible?
Yes, sir.
What you just said?
So there are actually many characteristics of metal.
The one which is very important is like metal is one which loses electron, which loses
Electron.
electron, or you can say that electropositive elements, right? Have you heard of it?
Yes, sir.
Electropositive elements. And non-metal is one which is called electronegative elements. Electronegative elements. You know what, it's all depends upon its valency, how much it gain or how much it lose. That all depends upon its characteristics. If I'm saying that NaCl, you know that how how much sodium can lose easily. How much electron can sodium lose? Tell me. If you are unable to tell me, just let me know. I will explain it from the third chapter, periodic table. It's too easy.
So there are 11 electrons in sodium, right?
The 11 electrons, very right, very right, very good. Now, how many electrons it will lose easily?
So one, because chlorine has 17
1 is to
electrons.
2 is to just don't think about chlorine. If I'm asking about you, if I'm asking about sodium, just think about that, then we will decide about chlorine. 1 is to, you are just taking help from chlorine, that chlorine needs 1 electron, that means it will lose 1 electron, right?
Yes, sir.
Just don't take help from chlorine. Just see, do you know how to do electronic configuration in class 11, not from the earlier class like 2 comma 8 comma 7 or 2 comma 8 comma 1? Do you know what is the how to do electronic configuration for in terms of subshell, like if I'm going to configure like do electronic configuration of sodium, that will be 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s1. Do you know this configuration, yes or no?
No, sir.
Okay, very no problem. But you should know how to do this configuration, because class 12, in class 12 it will be important too. So you know the atomic number from 1 to 20. If I'm telling you, if I'm asking you what is the atomic number sulfur, do you know what its atomic number?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no? What its atomic number?
Sulf So sulfur would be I uh, so not 17 is chlorine. 16, sir, 16.
16. 16, very good. If sulfur has atomic number 16, that means sulfur has electron that will be equal to 16, right?
Yes, sir.
And if electron has 16, that means configuration will go like 2 comma 8 comma 6. This configuration you know from class
Yes,
9.
yes, sir, yes.
Okay, this will work here. This will work here. You can see that sodium has atomic number 11, that means it has 11 electrons. Okay, so we are going to do electronic configuration on the basis of class 9th, that is 2 comma 8 comma 1, right? And here is chlorine. Chlorine we are going to configuration, do electronic configuration. Wait a minute. We are going to do electronic configuration of chlorine. And you know the uh, you know that, where it is, you know that it has atomic number 17, so it will be 2 comma 8 comma 7. Just don't see here, just see here how much it can lose. How much it can lose? It can lose only one, right,
Yes, sir.
Pania? So
Yes, sir.
it will lose one. And how much it can gain? Only one
One.
it can gain, because it needs only one electron. So the NaCl, for NaCl, if I'm writing NaCl and asking you about what is the oxidation state of sodium, so it will be +1 and chlorine will be -1. Is that correct?
Yes.
Can I change the slide?
Oh, 1 second.
Okay, take your time.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now see, I was talking about polyatomic anion, polyatomic ions. If I'm telling you that it is equal to CO3 minus 2, how to do this? If you are going to solve, if I'm asking you what is the oxidation state of carbon, what is the oxidation state of carbon, that means I'm asking you the oxidation state of carbon, that I'm going to take it as X. Do you know what is oxygen? Oxygen has a configuration 2 comma 2,6, right?
6.
2,6.
Yes.
How much it need? How much it needs? Is it easy for oxygen to lose 6 or gain 2 electrons? What will be easy for oxygen? To lose
So
6
gain.
electron or to gain 2 electron from another? To
So
gain
gain.
2 electron. So one
Okay.
oxygen, very good. One oxygen will gain 2 electron. Is that clear?
So your
One
voice is
oxygen.
lagging.
Okay. Is it still lagging? Wait a
Yes, sir.
minute, please. Wait, off here. Okay. Okay, Fania. If it will lag, then let me know, please. Is it clear now?
So kind of like your the video goes fast and then the voice is coming.
Okay, okay. Let me switch off the video. Is it good? No. Is it good now?
Yes, sir. Now it's audible.
No. Just be honest. Okay. If you if you will be unable to uh, catch it, then let me know. I will try, and if it is not possible today, I will take your class tomorrow.
Yes,
If
sir,
I'm
sure,
not
sir.
audible clearly, am I audible clearly?
So you actually are audible, but then the voice is breaking.
Okay. Okay. Try it for few minutes more, then we will decide. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Now you see that oxygen needs two more electron to satisfy one oxygen. Is that clear?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay. If you know, if someone gains electron that has negative charge, and if someone loses electron that has positive charge. If someone gains electron, that means it has negative charge. Is
Yes.
it clear or not?
Yes, sir.
If I'm writing that chlorine gains one electron, that means Cl minus. Sodium lose electron, that means Na plus. Is that correct? Now see,
Yes.
one oxygen has a oxidation state that is -2, because one oxygen will take two electron. And how many oxygen atoms are here? Three
3.
oxygen atoms. So I will multiply it by 3, equals to, in polyatomic ions, the charge will be equal to this much. And now you will solve it. X minus 6 is equal to -2, x is equal to +4. So oxidation state of carbon will be +4. Is that clear? It's so easy.
So,
One. Yes, Fania.
so could you please come
Speak.
again?
Yes. What I want to say is that if I'm asking oxidation state of carbon, I just take oxidation state of carbon as X. Is that clear? Now come to
Yes.
oxygen. Oxygen has a oxidation state of -2, because one oxygen will take two electron. So oxidation state of oxygen will be -2. Generally oxidation state of oxygen will be -2 always. Okay. Generally there will be some exception. I will explain it later. And there are three oxygen atom. How many oxygen atoms are there? Three
3.
oxygen atom. So -2 into 3 equals to, in polyatomic anion or polyatomic ion, whatever is the charge, we put it equal to that. Is that clear? And we
Yes.
just solve it. X is equal to +4. That means carbon has an oxidation state of +4. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
See, if there is monoatomic ions, that means Na plus, it has a oxidation state of +1. If has O -2, it has oxidation state of -2. That means oxygen has a oxidation state of -2. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what is the oxidation state of sulfur?
So I'll do it.
Yes, oxidation state of sulfur.
So minus 2. Wait.
-2, not -2.
Mm,
I'm asking about the oxidation state of sulfur. So I'm taking sulfur as X. What is the
Yes.
oxidation state of oxygen? I told you -2, right?
Minus 2.
And
Yes, sir.
how many oxygen are here? It is for one oxygen multiplied by 4 equals to, it is polyatomic anion, that will be equal to -2, right?
Yes, sir.
Now you can solve it. X is equal to +6, it will be. Have you got it or not, Pania?
Yes. Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes. Ask me if you have any doubt about it.
Yeah, sir, actually, I was confused. I'm so sorry.
Okay. Can I change the slide?
Yes, sir.
So tell me about the uh, oxidation state of. It's so easy. You will learn very easy. What is the oxidation state of phosphorus? Basically, oxygen is just listen to me. Oxygen is -2 with almost everyone except peroxide and peroxide and superoxide. You learn about it what it is exactly, except peroxide and superoxide, as well as fluorine. As we know that fluorine is the most electronegative element, that's why oxygen will have positive oxidation state only with fluorine, but with no one else it will always have negative. Now tell me about this. This is very easy, I'm giving you.
Sir, plus 5.
+5, let me check it. X 4 into -2 is equal to -3, x -8 is equal to -3, it will be +5. Very good. Do you know? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
If I'm telling you SO3 -2, please solve this.
Oh, one second,
The
sir.
underlined one for sulfur.
Yes. Minus 6. Sir, plus 4.
+4, let me check it. X plus 3 into -2 is equal to -2, is equal to -2, right? X minus 6 is equal to -2, x is equal to +4. Very good. Very good. Now Cr2O7 -2. You are going for chromium. And remember one thing, I'm going to give you a hint. Here it was only P, one P, that's why I took at X. Here it was only S, that's why I took at X. Here it is, tell me, Fania, it is 2
Yes, sir.
Cr2, that's why we will take as 2x, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sir, plus 6.
Plus 6. 7 into -2 is equal to -2. 2x is equal to -14 is equal to -2. 2x is equal to +12. That will be x is equal to +6. Very good. Very good. So you know how to, basically it all depends upon electronegativity and how much someone will gain, some elements will gain or some will lose. Giving you some examples, more examples. Okay. NaH. This is a very good question. NaH. Oxidation state of sodium, you are going to tell me.
So, but then here we are not having any oxygen, right?
Yes, yes. It's not necessary that you need oxygen, always need oxygen. Okay. You just need to see which sodium has electronic configuration 2 comma 8 comma 1 and hydrogen is 1. And you know what, hydrogen always show +1 oxidation state. That means hydrogen will always lose one electron to every element in the periodic table except first and second group, except and first and second group. That means here oxygen hydrogen will see, hydrogen will gain electron, one electron, and sodium will lose. Basically, this is very important to note that it's not necessary that it will lose or gain. It is necessary that which one is electronegative and which one is electropositive, because in most of the cases, like if I am giving you like SO4 minus 2 or PO4 minus 3, it's all non-metals. It doesn't lose or gain, but it does share it does share electron, and it comes negative or positive or the oxidation state, because the one which is highly electronegative or the one which is more electronegative, it will come in negative, and the one which is less electronegative than their surrounding atom, that will come in positive. Similarly, here is sodium hydride, and you know that sodium hydride, uh, here sodium is less electronegative. That's why it will +1. Why +1? Because it can only lose one, and hydrogen only needs one. That means it is -1. If here it will be like KH, that will be +1, and here it will be -1. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, write it in your own language. Hydrogen will show positive oxidation state with all the periodic table element, with all the elements except first and second group elements.
It will show positive.
Oxidation state. Are you done with this?
Yes, sir.
Now see the examples I'm going to give you. NaH2PO4. NaH2PO4. Okay, just see here. We need to find H, the oxidation state of P. Just take it as Px. Now you know sodium will always lose electron, right?
Yes, sir.
How much you it will lose? One. So
One.
it will have +1. Now see hydrogen will also lose electron, because after sodium there will be less electron negative element than hydrogen. Yes or no? Hydrogen will show negative charge only when it will be present with first and second group element. Do you know what is first and second group element? That is lithium, Lina, K, rub, से. And here beta, मांगे, कार, scooter, बाप. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, cesium, rubidium,
Yeah.
potassium, sodium, lithium. Hydrogen will be in negative only when with these individuals. If it will present with any other elements, that will be always in positive. I just told you na.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Just see now hydrogen, one hydrogen, how much it can give? Only one electron, but there are two
Yes.
hydrogens, so it will be +2. I am taking. Okay, here it is +x. And now you know 4 oxygen. and oxygen is most electronegative element. One oxygen atom will take 2 electron, and there are four oxygen atoms, so 4 into minus 2 equals to 0. Now you just need to solve it. 1 plus 2 plus x minus 8 is equal to 0, and x is equal to plus 5. Will it be or not?
Yes, sir.
Just see here, and if you have any doubt, let me ask me. If you are done with this, just solve this. NaHSO4, in which underlined that is sulfur you need to calculate.
So next, sodium hydrogen sulfate.
NaH, yes,
Okay.
NaHSO4 you need to calculate the oxidation state of HS.
So plus 6.
Plus 6, let me check it. Huh, it will be plus 6. Very good. Very good. It's so easy, na?
Yes, sir.
H4P2O7, phosphorus. K2MnO4, Mn. CaO2, O.
H4.
H2S2O7. So underlined, you are going to find the oxidation state of the underlying element.
Yes, sir.
Fania, done?
So first one is +5.
Plus 5. Very good. First one is plus 5. Let me check it. It will be 2x. Very good. Very good. It's plus 5. Okay. What about second one?
So +6.
Very good. It will be plus 6. Just see, this is potassium, and potassium, you know, from the first group, sodium, the brother of sodium, elder brother. So sodium will lose one, potassium will also lose one, because it has atomic number 19, and you can do 2 comma 8 comma 8 comma 1, right? And it has one electron in the outermost cell. It can easily electron. It can easily lose electron, 1 electron.
So third one is -1.
Very good. Yes, just go by the concept. You know that calcium is a metal, and it is 2 comma 8 comma 8 comma 2, right? It will lose 2 electron. Okay, and we need to calculate the oxidation state of oxygen. That will be take x, but here is 2 oxygen is present, so 2x is equal to minus 2x is equal to minus 1. Very good, Fania. Very good. Just go for H2 S2O7.
So plus 6.
It will be plus 6, right?
Yes, sir, plus 6.
Very good.
Sir,
Yes,
so is it possible if we get it in fractional state?
fraction, right? Yes, yes. How much?
So minus 1 by 3.
Very good. What about this?
So plus 2 half,
Plus 2 half.
plus 2 1 by 2.
Okay. That means 5 by 2.
Yes. Full number setup.
Okay. And here it will be 8 by 3, right?
So I didn't do that. Mama,
It will be 8 by
excuse
3.
me, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
yeah. So we can get it in fractions.
Yes, yes. Basically, it is average oxidation state. Average oxidation state. We'll learn about it paradox oxidation state in the next class. Basically, it is not possible to share half electron or 5 by 2 electron. Basically, it is all I want to say is that it is average oxidation state. For this, I'm going to explain it for you. I'm going to draw a structure. It will be very clear to you soon. S S. It was S4 na. So I
Yes.
just wrote it S4. O6 it was O6, right?
Yes.
Was it O6?
So
O6 H2. H2 it was H2. Just let me know. It was H2. That means H. I am going to give it and this, and it will be like this. Just see the difference. Just see here. Oxygen has a oxidation state minus 2. Why it is so here? Because from this hydrogen, from the right hand side hydrogen, it will withdraw one electron towards it. That's why minus 1. And here it will be positive, and similarly from this one minus 1, and it will be overall plus 2. Sorry, minus 2. It will be overall minus 2. In the same way, sulfur, you can see sulfur, this oxygen individually make a double bond. That's why here it will be +2, and here it will be -2. This oxygen, from here it will be -1, so on the sulfur it will be +1, and from here it will be -1, +1 here, and it will be -2. You will see that on sulfur it will be +5. In the same way it will be here +5. See, oxygen, single oxygen -2 to, then here it will be +2, and it will be -2, here it will be +1, and this oxygen is bonding with two other atoms, it will be -2, and here on this it will be +1, and here it will be +1, so it will be +5. What about this sulfur? This sulfur, you are seeing that it is bonded with the same sulfur both sides, that's why it will be 0, and similarly this will be 0. So if you are going for this sulfur, the left one sulfur, for oxidation state it will be +5, and here it will be +5. But when we calculate by oxidation number method in mathematical way that we just did, it will come average oxidation state. It will be divided by these four. It will be divided by these four elements. Is that clear, Fania?
No, sir.
Fania, is that clear?
No, sir.
Yes or no?
No,
Okay,
sir.
okay, no problem. You just said no, na?
Yes, I said no.
Okay, okay, no problem. You know that, do you know how to write the structure? You will come to learn in chemical bonding. Have you studied chapter chemical bonding?
So we were
I'm
not
just
taught
right.
about the structures as it was multiple choice,
You,
everything.
what you just said?
So we were not taught the structure and all because it was multiple choice. Our term one was multiple choice, MCQ based.
Okay, no problem. But here it, but for better concept, uh, it is necessary to go through a structure. I'm going to write the structure of this. If there is 4s, that means I'm going to write sulfur, sulfur, and sulfur. And here oxygen, I'm going to divide oxygen on terminal sulfur equally. Okay, I just divide terminal 3 oxygen to left and 3 oxygen to right, and here 2 hydrogen atoms, so I'm going to give on the left hand side 1 hydrogen, on the right hand side 1 hydrogen. Is that clear?
So how basically do we put it into structure?
How do we, basically, it's not the perfect answer that we get from solving the oxidation number method. Actually, in most of the cases, you can say 90% questions can be easily solved from oxidation number method, or you can say that the formulas, the chemical formula in which up to two central atom can be easily calculated. But after more than two central atom, if you go for more than two central atom, if you go for more than two central atom, the formula will not be able to solve exact oxidation number. There is some limitation of it. If I will ask, just Fania, just answer me. If I will ask, what is the oxidation number of chromium here? Just tell me.
So minus 10, 0, 0, minus 10. So plus 10.
Plus 10. This is absolutely wrong answer. All I just want to say is that it's very easy to calculate from oxidation number method, but this method, it's some limitation. It cannot go for all the molecules. There will be some exceptions. Like if you go for CrO5, you will calculate like I calculated at my time, like it is plus 10. But this is wrong answer. You can see how it will be calculated. It will be calculated by its structure. Its structure. And what is its structure? CrO, O, and the structure is like this. Wait. The structure is like this. Structure is known as butterfly structure, and this is very important. Butterfly structure. Now you see that one oxygen, if bonded to one atom directly, this oxygen is bonded to directly this oxygen has -2. So for this oxygen it will be +2 or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now see, just answer me. This oxygen can make two bond. Okay, this oxygen is bonded through this and this. Okay, for two bond, oxygen gave +2 charge. So for one bond it will be +1 on chromium. Right or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Just see the difference. Oxygen like this, for this one bond it will be -1, so it will be here +1, and for one bond +1, and it will be -1, so overall -2. So all I want to say is that for one bond on chromium it will be +1. So for this oxygen one bond it will be +1, for this oxygen one bond it will be +1, and for this oxygen one bond it will be +1. So overall the oxidation state will be +6. The rule we have learned that oxidation number multiply and addition, that will be failed for some of molecules or compounds. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. So basically, I have to learn the structures of.
So structures of some compounds, not all the compounds.
So
I'll
how
let
do
you learn. I'll let. Yes.
so how do I know the
How
like
do?
how do I know the structures exactly? Because I
Actually, in chemical bonding, we have learned about how to draw the structure. Most of the structure we can draw, but there will be some structure that you don't know. Even I don't know right now, but I will let you know how to draw. What is the rule for drawing the structure? It has basically two or three lectures to learn how to draw all the structures of inorganic compound like CrO5, or H2SO4. Can you draw the structure of H2SO4? Yes or no,
uh
Fania?
so no, I can't draw it.
So it's too easy to draw all these structures. We will do some extra classes for this structure. We can easily do it. But for
Yes.
but don't be panic for redox reaction. Whatever in this chapter for the structure and beyond this on JE level, I will cover it all. It will be enough for you. There will be no no tension about this. Don't worry about it at all.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So today it was for only 1 hour class. I will continue in next class. Okay.
Yes.
And
Thank you,
for
sir.
listen to me. You can do the question number 8.1, 8.2. But that's enough. 8.1 and 8.2 from exercise.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Fania.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.